Peace be upon you. Today we're gonna talk about deduction proof. Today we are going to solve some simple questions related to deduction proof, which is direct proof, by the way. The first question right now we have, he said, prove that a plus b squared plus a minus b squared equals 2 by a squared plus b squared. We are going to start from the left-hand side. Then a plus b squared becomes a squared plus 2ab plus b squared plus a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. This is the left-hand side. Let's simplify this side. We can eliminate the second term with the second term, and then we have 2a squared. After adding b squared with b squared becomes 2b squared. It is obviously that we have 2 as a common factor. Then after that, we're going to take 2 as a common factor. Then it becomes 2 by a squared plus b squared. And the left-hand side right now equals to the right-hand side, which is 2a squared plus b squared. This is the first example. Let's deal with the second one. The second one is a critical example. Let's deal with the second one. Okay. And the second question, he asked me a direct question. He said, show that the product of 2 odd numbers is always odd number. And we can define any odd value by a specific value belonging to the integer set plus or minus 1. This is the first value. What about the second one, which is 2m plus 1? Then n is any value related to or belonging to integer set, and m another value belonging to integer set. Then n and m belonging to integer set. This is the first odd value, and this is the second odd value. N could be any value, and m could be any value. And he said, show that the product of 2 odd numbers, if you multiply these 2 odd values, the answer should be, the result should be odd number. Then let's try. If we have 2n plus 1 by 2m plus 1, then it becomes 4nm. Then 2n plus by 1 becomes 2n. Then 1 by 2m becomes 2m, and 1 by 1 becomes 1. Okay, we have 4n, m, and 2n and 2m. We can take 2 as a common factor from these values. Then 2 by 2nm plus n plus m plus 1. And we gonna talk about this term. We know that n belonging to integer set and m belonging to integer set. Then the result should belongs to integer set because we have 2nm plus n plus m. Could be any value such as k. Then 2k, and then because k will represent this part, 2k plus 1 will be odd number. That's it. What about the third question? In this question, he said, show that a squared plus b squared times c squared plus d squared equals ad plus bc all squared plus bd minus ac all squared. This is a critical one. What if we, starting from the left-hand side to find the right-hand side? Here we don't have any negative, but here we have negative. It is not necessary to start from the left-hand side. We can start from the right-hand side. Let's try. In this scenario, we have AD plus BC squared. Then it becomes a squared d squared plus 2, let's arrange them, which is a, b, c, d. And after that, b squared, c squared. Because as we know that well, ad squared equals to a squared d squared. Then no need to explain this part. Then after that, this is the first part. What about the second one? Here we have bd squared, then plus b squared d squared minus the sign of the middle term, or the sign for this part, and after that negative 2abcd, and after that plus a squared c squared. Let's arrange this mess. This part represented by 2abcd and this part represented by negative 2abcd. We're going to cancel both of them. And then we have a squared d squared, b squared c squared, b squared d squared, and here we have a squared c squared. Here we have a squared, and here we have a squared. Using commutative property, we have a squared d squared plus a squared c squared. After that, we have these two values, which is b squared and b squared common between them, plus b squared c squared plus b squared d squared. What if we take a squared as a common factor? Then it becomes a squared by d squared c squared. We can arrange them like c squared first and then d squared. Both are the same, like c squared plus d squared. What about this part? Same part, which is we can take b squared as a common factor, then plus b squared. And instead of writing c squared, d squared, yeah, we can write it like c squared plus d squared. I'm trying to take a common factor. That's why I'm trying to arrange c squared and d squared to become the same like this scenario. Then I'll take c squared plus d squared as a common factor. Then it becomes a squared plus b squared by c squared plus d squared. That's it. Thanks for watching, and please share this video. If you have any questions, please ask me directly through WhatsApp or through my comments. Thanks for watching.